Care about this so much. Thank you so much, Richard. Well, one of the major players in this debt debate, of course, House Majority Leader Eric Cantor. Democrats have called him smug, childish, overbearing, but he is leading the conservative wing of the Republican Party, and any deal looks like it might have to go through him. Here's what Senate Majority Leader Harry Reid said about him an hour ago.
House Majority Leader Eric Cantor has shown that he shouldn't even be at the table, and Republicans agree he shouldn't be at the table.
I want to bring in Democratic Congresswoman Loretta Sanchez, Republican Congressman Michael Grimm. Always good to see both of you. Let me start with you, Congresswoman. The president basically had it out with Eric Cantor yesterday, if all the reports are true. Is he the one who's holding up this deal?
Well, I believe that he is catering to the more conservative and Tea Party type of people within the House Republican Conference. And, of course, they have put a line in the sand and they won't step over that, period, is what they're saying. He's reflecting those views. I think it's a very dangerous view for Eric Cantor to be reflecting. I think we really need to have him at the table and get him to agree on a deal and get him to go back and talk to those people and get some of them to budge. That's the only way we're going to get this done.
Congressman, when she says Tea Party type people, I'm not sure she's talking about you, but you told Politico, or at least they quoted you as saying, I've had a gun to my head, literally. Grimm, a former FBI agent from New York, said, according to two sources in the room, don't blink then, don't blink now. Are you willing to let this country go into default?
Well, I think it's a much bigger question. Here's the reality, and you just said it in your headlines. The rating agencies have said over the next year, year and a half, if we don't get our debt under control, they're going to downgrade our AAA rating. And that's where Eric Cantor is right now. We're saying, what is the underlying problem? The underlying problem is we have a massive debt crisis looming, and we have to deal with that. And to just raise the debt limit without dealing with the debt crisis signals to the rest of the world that we're not serious about getting our debt under control. And a year and a half, 2 years from now, they're going to downgrade us. And
Congresswoman, are you and the Democrats not serious about getting this under control?
The reality is that we are serious. The president has put on the table entitlement reform, but he has also said that we need to raise revenues. If you're in a household and you've got too much debt and your able-bodied person has one job, he's going to go out and he's going to look for a second job. He's going to go and he's going to get a night job or what have you. He's not going to say to his elderly, frail person in the household, oh, sorry, we're just not going to feed you. He's going to go out and do what he knows he needs to do, which is to bring more revenue into the household. We need to do both things. We need to bring revenue into the household, and we need to figure out how we cut down on the spending we have. But we can't just throw the senior out and say, we're not going to give you the money that you were promised.
But do you see that this is where the problem is, in all sincerity. My colleague just said that entitlement reform is on the table. But yet, the minute we put out any plan whatsoever with Paul Ryan's budget, we were demonized and demagogued and brutally beaten up for it. So it's not honest, it's not genuine when they say they want entitlement reform. The other thing is, with regard to revenue, I agree that we need to increase revenue in this country. I just think we need to do it by growing the economy, not by job-killing tax hikes.
Well, we've seen that
it's a fundamental disagreement.
We've seen that over and over again, and this whole thing of it's going to grow because of the economy, it's going to be trickled down, etc. It's not working. We know it's not working. We have to look at both ways. Those that are most able and capable right now, who are making millions in bonuses and other places,
we've got to end it there, but I hope maybe we can get you both back next week. I'd love it if you came back because we've come to an agreement. But in any case, let me extend the invitation. Always good to see Congress members Loretta Sanchez and Michael Grimm. Great discussion. Thank you.
Thanks,
good to
Chris.
see you.
He is this